So let me ask you something. Do you go to the gym once a year and expect to see results? Of course not. That would be crazy. But that's exactly what most business owners do with their taxes. They wait until April and then they throw a stack of receipts on their accountant's desk and expect to save all this money on tax returns. In this video, I'll show you why this habit is slowly draining your business of all of your profits and how to fix it. Here's the reality of the situation. And that's that waiting until April to start worrying about your taxes and your tax strategy is the biggest trap you can fall into as an entrepreneur. I've seen it time and time again of business owners waiting until April and then wondering why they're paying so much in taxes. By this time, it's already too late to start planning and making moves to actually lower your taxable income. And yeah, you can file an extension, but you still owe the tax on the date that that extension is due. Things like setting up an S Corp, retirement account contributions, or shifting money into lower tax rates, all of that takes time and planning in order to implement them. And once you approach the deadline, it's too late in order for you to get these things done in order to actually lower your tax. Most business owners don't even realize they're missing out. They think that they can just wait and then by then it's, oh, I can just implement these strategies. But in reality, they're actually doing damage control at that point. You're playing defense rather than playing offense. And that's not the game that we want to be playing. I've spoken with dozens of entrepreneurs who used to play the April only tax game and they were losing 5, 10, and even more every single year in taxes owed to the IRS. That's because they weren't proactive with their strategy. And when they started planning year round, the difference was night and day. Less stress, more control, and real savings going back into their business or into their pocket. So the first thing that people miss when they're waiting until April that starts draining them of their profits is missed deductions. You know that $2,000 laptop that you bought in order to run your business back at the beginning of last year? Well, you're gonna be scrambling to find the receipt for that and end up not even being able to take deduction because you can't justify the expense. Or there's other expenses that you'll purchase at the beginning of last year and then forget about it come tax time. I know one business owner that lost out on nearly $8,000 of tax savings because they had all these receipts and purchases way back in their emails that they couldn't find anymore. That means they paid an extra $2,400 in taxes just on simple expenses. So think about it. How many expenses are you letting slip through the cracks each and every single year? The second reason you shouldn't wait until April to start worrying about taxes is that there's no time for strategy. April is crunch time, and by that time, the IRS just wants the facts, and you don't have time to shift income around or find ways to lower your taxable income. It's just prep the return, and that's all you can do. All of the good strategies like retirement accounts, funding your accountable plan, and all those types of things take time and effort in order for you to implement them. And come April, you just don't have the time to do that. It's like trying to win a basketball game while only looking at the scoreboard in the last 2 minutes. You need to play the game smart and be playing the whole game smart, not just the very end. And the third reason you shouldn't wait until April to start worrying about your taxes is the stress factor. Let's be honest, if you wait until right at the deadline, the stress can become overwhelming. You're carrying 12 months of stress into just a few weeks. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather spread that out throughout the year so that I can maintain a clear head and focus on actually running my business and not about how much I'm gonna pay in taxes right there at the end. Because let's be real, taxes shouldn't be just a once a year panic attack. It should be something that you're proactively planning throughout the year so there's no stress revolved around the entire process. So here's the shift that you need to have as a business owner. Taxes are a lot like fitness. Daily habits, monthly check-ins, and annual reviews to make sure that you're handling it properly and growing in that area. I have other videos breaking it down, but here's just a few simple steps that I want you to know in order to make sure that your tax planning goes smoothly. Step 1 is track expenses weekly. So you can use QuickBooks and other software to make sure that you're accounting for all of your deductions that you are deserved as a business owner. Step 2 is to do monthly check-ins. Review your taxes owed, your monthly profit, and adjust your plan effectively so that you can pay the least amount of taxes possible and make sure you're being efficient throughout the whole process. And step 3 is to plan before the year's end. Sit down with an advisor, a tax professional in the fall, and get a plan on board so that you know the direction that you're heading. Don't be a ship that's just sailing the sea without having any sort of direction to it. So waiting until April, it costs you money, time, and stress. That's not the game that we want to be playing. But if you start planning your taxes year round, then you'll always be ahead of the curve and be able to live a much more peaceful life in your business. If you want help building that system for your business, you can check the link down below where I have a free playbook that I use exact step-by-step frameworks to show you what I do with my clients. And if you're ready to take it to the next level, you can also check out the other link down below and schedule a call with me where we can talk and discuss if we think partnering up and how I could help you would be a good solution. Don't wait until April, start now, and pay less forever. As always, never stop your relentless pursuit of continuous improvement. I'll talk to you soon.